I'm going to try and ask the committee members a few questions. Ben, come talk to me.
Hello.
Talk to me. Ben, I have a question for you.
Yes.
What are your aspirations for today? What are you hoping to achieve?
Well, definitely not to bin it.
Definitely not to bin it, that's good.
But we'll wait and see.
Not to bin it.
That was terrible.
Yeah, it was. Adam, come talk to me.
Okay. I reckon.
What are your aspirations for today, Adam?
Top 10, both races.
Top 10, both races.
Yeah,
nice.
that's the plan.
That's the positive mental attitude I want to hear.
Actually, can I change?
And beat Ryan.
I want to bin James. That's what
You want to bin me? No, Ben. Anyway, Will, what are your aspirations for today? It's a question I've been asking everyone.
I'd like to bin Jasper, but I'm not sure that's possible. I mean, it's not high aspirations.
No, it's probably he'll bin himself, really.
Yeah.
Jasper.
Morning, everyone.
Morning. Jasper, I have a question for you. What are your aspirations for today? What are you hoping to achieve?
No black flag or spins.
No black flag or spins.
I haven't done that yet in 4 years, so there's always a first.
You definitely spun.
I even got a black flag on the test day.
That's impressive. That's impressive.
Yeah,
I like
quite
that.
good.
I
The
like
only
that.
guy in even all the rookies didn't get one, and I fucking got a black flag.
That's amazing.
Good,
That's amazing. Yeah. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the BUKC from the perspective of the Swansea University Motorsport Team. Obviously, it's been a while. It's been a while since the last event. So today, as you are more than likely aware, is actually Friday. So it's not the qualifiers, but this is the qualifiers video. This is what tomorrow is all about. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with who I am. I'm James. I'm part of the Swansea University Motorsport Team, and last season, I want to say last year, but it wasn't last year, it was this year. Last season, I decided to start filming our events and decided to put little videos together for them. Some of them were nearly 40 minutes long. And basically what it is, I'd put a commentary over our onboard footage and anything I recorded with the camera here. But for this year, mainly for the qualifiers, I've decided to switch it up a bit, and I'm now going to sort of mix it in a vlog/commentary style, just so that you can sort of get to know us a bit better, it's just a slightly more interactive experience than what we had previously, when it's just basically me talking in the screen. Now, moving on to the actual ins and outs of Swansea, our team. Normally we put together just 2 teams, but this year, thanks to the work done by the 2 guys, Jasper and Will, captain and vice captain, we've got a much bigger following this year. There are a lot more people in our society, and that basically means now we've got 3 teams. There we go. So yeah, 3 teams for the first time in our history, and we're looking forward to it, actually. A couple of new guys. There's 6 new guys. But there's one guy. He's new to the uni, new to the society. But I can't remember what he is. But I think he's the Welsh champion of something in karting. So we might have struck gold. Really, might have. He could be crap. I hope he's not. But yeah. So it's now about 5 o'clock. I've got to go fill up with petrol, and I've got to get to the meeting point for about 5:30. So that I should be okay. But yeah, that's hopefully all the information you need to know. So let's do this. And here we are at Swansea University Bay campus. But more importantly than that, I'll zoom out. We're going to be on time. I'm going to make my deadline. How great is that? Right, so I didn't actually film us on Bay, and I forgot to film us eating McDonald's, but here we are, service station. So first person you're going to see is Ryan, over here. This is our secret weapon, hopefully. Can you explain to me again what it like? How good are you?
Pretty good.
Pretty good? Good. And then obviously over here we have Ben.
Yes.
And here we have, you all know this guy, it's the fashion statement of 2017. And obviously it is still 2017, so I can still call him that. It's good man Adam, not actually looking at the camera, he's looking elsewhere. There,
I'm sorry,
he is.
yeah, well.
There he is. So that's my table here, and then over here, Jasper. Doesn't need any introduction. And then, another you guys, Mr. Will Rattenby. There he is. Say hello. Just wave. And then, okay, James Derrick.
Oh yeah, that was us.
Yes, there we go.
Fuck's
There we go. Del Boy on the group, and then the back of this head is Mr. Will Goodhue. Just go turn around. There he
Hi,
is.
honey.
Hey-o. And then finally over there, these three fine gentlemen. It's Scott. Lovely. The other James, that guy. Him. And then that's Mr. Jeremy Todd, if I recall correctly. Did I do well there? Got all the names, and I haven't been here for 2 months. So there we go.
I'm proud of you for the name.
Thank you, Del Boy. What?
We haven't seen you.
Oh, and I have been. Oh God, I balls that up. And then, I mean, this. I'm not going to put it like that. No.
Turn off your crack with
Yeah, that's not for the whole time, but for bits and bobs. Bits and bobs. Yeah, I'll
She's going to sneak into your room later, right? Here we are.
I'll do a bit. I'll do a bit more tomorrow. Yeah.
So unfortunately the camera decided to die at this point, but I was able to pull out the phone and film a bit of our time at the pub where we played a bit of pool and naturally had a few pints. Jasper was very keen at this point to also introduce the idea that if you get 7 balled, you have to do a naked lap around the track during the driver's briefing. He was very keen on that. And also, I'll be very serious about this, whoever comes up with the funniest idea for what Ben is actually saying here will win themselves a free chocolate bar. I will buy you one at the next event. I've made this promise a few times in previous videos and never come through on them, but this time I genuinely will, because that deserves something hilarious being put over it.
6:45 on a very cold Saturday, and we're in the BUKC again. And I've forgotten how crap this feels. I did sleep quite well, I thought. Yeah. That's about right. These are the scenes we've got here at the moment. We've got a wild Adam, who's confirmed that his dad is coming.
Of course, yeah.
Which is just the best news ever. And then a wild Will, who's zoom in there, looking fit as a fiddle. And we've got a Ryan in there somewhere. But yeah, we were meant to be going to Mackey's, but that was always bold, I thought.
Oh, I only missed the hash
So I'll start a GoFundMe page. Get Will his hash browns. Oh, wonderful. Look where we are, and look what we have here. There's a face. He's sort of getting in the way. These beauties, I think this is the last time we're going to see them in this colour. Because they're changing, aren't they, Adam?
They are.
Well done.
They're red.
They're going to go red, which I'm not sure how I feel about, but there we go. They're going to be very, very cold. And what's even funnier is we've got Simon, Adam's mate, out first, and he's a rookie. So watching him trying to get these started will be very, very interesting. And this is a moment. This is Ryan's first look at a Club 100 kart. Ryan, what do you think of the Club 100 karts? They look pretty decent, to be fair.
Yeah.
Second time he's used pretty to describe something. What?
You play the car?
Playing the cat? What does that mean?
Play with the car.
No. I've never seen that in a rule before, but it was strictly said you cannot play with the carb. I thought when they said carbs, they meant like carbohydrates. I thought they were going to advise us on what to eat. I've got that covered.
Not even new tyres.
Not even new tyres.
Oh.
JV, if you're watching, not good enough. Not good enough. Ryan's not impressed. Okay, come in here. I bet there's going to be at least one person who's got the Whittle Milk hat on them. Boom. So, I'm joined by our friends from Swansea Met. Technically, these guys are our rivals for today because Cardiff aren't here, but it's all fun and games.
We're a delight.
They are a delight. They are a delight. This is what we've heard.
Especially when drunk.
especially when drunk, as Swansea always are.
That is our job, isn't it? As Swansea students,
yes,
we have to get over the fact we live in Swansea, so we get drunk.
Exactly. Yeah. It's
That is what sin is for.
It's Taylor, by the way, name dropping. So keep up. If this can continue for the rest of the year, try and keep up to date with how we're all doing. And these three guys whose names I don't know. So yeah. Reese,
Harry,
and Harry. That's very helpful. So if we lose one Harry, we've been blessed with another.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Right. That's about it. This is Simon, by the way, everyone.
Yeah.
And then the road.
They just got here. Ben, we don't get. That's Simon. Hello. A wild JV has appeared, and this is rare footage. JV setting up the cones. Where's he going to put them? He'll put them there. Wow. What a man. What a man. What a legend. So as I mentioned, the weather was always acting up, and it's gone and done it. There was no indication there'd be rain, but it is raining. Not very hard, but enough to potentially make a difference. And we didn't teach them the wet line on the track walk. And you guys. So this is going to go one of two ways, I think. Probably the way we don't want it to go. Oh well. This man out first. It's Mr. Simon. It's raining. Not happy.
Okay, so with all that out of the way, I think it is now time to get into the nuts and bolts of the qualifiers. So as I said earlier, we are running 3 teams for the first time in our history today, and naturally our objective is to get all 3 of those teams into the main championship. We've never got all the teams that we have been running into the main championship straight away, and so in order to do that, in order to get all 3 teams into the main championship, we are going to be using this format for the races. So in race 1, as previously mentioned, it is Simon with us with his very first official BUKC event. Then going into race 2, this is a very good lineup right here. We've got Will Goodhue, the captain of the BUKC team, in the A team. Then we've got me running for the B team, and then Ben Goodwin running for the C team. So that should be quite a good race. Hopefully get some good results there. Race 3 is an all-rookie lineup. We've got James Wright running for the A team. We've got James Derrick, another James, good name. James Derrick running for the B team. And then we've got Will Rattenby running for the C team. That's the rookie lineup. Hopefully those guys can deliver a decent result. And then in race 4, we've got Jeremy Todd, another newbie in the A team. We've also got our big man Ryan Edwards. He's racing with the B team. Hopefully he can get a decent result. And finally, in the final race for the C team, we've got Adam Pugh, who can hopefully deliver a very good result for the C team. And finally, out in race 5, we've got another big man himself. It's Jasper Chamberlain, the president of the Motorsport Society. And in the B team, our final rookie of the day, it is Scott Deacon. So with all that in mind, hopefully we are going to get some good results out of that, and hopefully we can qualify for the main championship.
Well, Simon. Yes! He made it! He's not.
I don't think he saw me. No, I don't think so, mate.
So as I was out in the second race, I didn't have any time to film Simon. I can tell you though that there wouldn't actually been much point because he did finish stone dead last, which is actually in these conditions actually quite a good place to finish, because as long as you don't spin, you could potentially gain quite a lot of positions. But that is a generic problem with the Swansea team, is that we always spin. But yeah, coming into my qualifying session now, I was the only one with a GoPro, so you're just going to get some onboard footage of me. And basically the point of a qualifier session like this, as you can see here, is basically just to find the limits. You can see I'm pouring with the steering wheel, trying to find the grip. There was grip on the inside of the second part of the boot, but I've run out of talent here, really. Nearly recovered it. Came very close, but just not quite. But you know, found the limits. The good job here would be not to spin again. As we start our first flying lap, we can see there was a yellow flag there and a green flag, a bit confusing, but anyway. So take a lot of the curb on the outside, and then ideally you want to try and get some of the curb on the inside as well. That will help you come round, but I wasn't quite able to find my way over there. As you now head down towards Christmas, the main thing here is to find the correct braking spot and not cock up. That sums it up. I'm actually quite happy. I've very nearly recovered this. Very nearly, but well. And this was my penultimate lap. This was the penultimate lap of the session. That was actually my fastest. The final lap would have been quicker, but as you can see here, I got a bit of traffic coming into Zulu, and I believe I finished in P9. Will was in P16, and Ben just put me to P8, and I congratulate him here. So moving on from this, we had the rookie qualifying session. It was actually very close between these guys. I think it was B, C, A in order. I think it was 24th, 25th and 26th. I can't remember who finished where, but everyone was very close to each other, so that was good to see. Hello, mate. So then coming into the next bit, there goes Ryan. I believe he ended up in P12. Ben, you're in the way there. Adam for the C team, just overtaking Jeremy there for the A team. Adam got into P10 and Jeremy was down in P26. And then we had Jasper in P13 for the A team, and also Scott, or as he is known in our group chat, the Deacon's a lit Gondor, calls for aid. He finished up in P29, so the rookies done a decent job with just one of them down in stone dead last. So with all the qualifying now out of the way, it's time to get down to the business of racing, and out first for the Swansea C team, we've got Mr. Simon with us. He's starting down in P33. Let's see how this all plays out.
Here we go. Ready? Oh no! Oh my god! Oh my days! That's a full start, surely. Only 2 people fell off. That's amazing.
So suffice to say, I did get a little bit excited there, but it's not every day you get to not only witness a big first corner crash, but you actually film it as well. That I was pretty impressed with that, and I thought possibly overreact for camera, because everyone loves a good overreaction. But as you can see here, Simon did actually make his way through all that chaos, and there's another spinner there, so he should hopefully be up into something like maybe P29 by the first corner, probably being even a bit higher, which for a first lap in a Club 100 car, that's pretty good in conditions as tricky as these were. So he's doing an alright job at the moment. I do say at the moment because, as you can see here, slowly coming through, yep, there's a bum, and that is Simon pulling his car out of the grass. He did this quite a lot, to be fair.
Oh, Marion! Oh, shit! You see that? Strike!
I just got. He didn't have quite as bad a crash as that, but he did have quite a few spins, and I can definitely confirm that he finished down stone dead last. Not the result we wanted, but you know, he's a new guy, so got to give him credit. He still went out there, so fair play to Simon. So coming into the second race now, this is the big one. This is where we've got most of our big hitters. We're riding on board with me up in P9, Ben there on the right in the black helmet, who's just running a bit wide in P8, and Will behind us in P16 as the red lights turn green, and we're heading into the first corner. Hopefully everything can go smoothly here, but it doesn't quite get a little bit of oversteer. I hit Ben, send him onto the grass, so that's already a calamity. Nearly get a decent drive out of the second part of the first bend, but unfortunately there wasn't a lot of grip on the inside, so I've been swamped again by at least 3 more people as we come down into Christmas. Will there be any big spins here? Well, I have a spin, it doesn't look likely, but I do get a bit of a bump, which is unnecessary. This guy's now going to try and come down me on the right, but I shut the door there. This man runs wide, almost if maybe a position could have been gained there, but guess not. What is good, I gained a position right there by that man spinning, but what's less good is the very next lap, in this almost same place, I get overtaken by that man in the white helmet and sort of black suit, and then by this man who I believe is Southampton A, who had a very good day for Southampton A. But as we come onto the start straight and head into the first corner, you know, whilst I've been overtaken a little bit, things are going well at the moment. I mean, I'm just going to let this play out, really.
Swat!
Now I know what you're thinking. In previous videos, when something like this happens, I'd throw one of these in there. But for this, nah. See, not only did I drop it on a straight, it was the act of me looking around that caused me to drop it. So for this, we need something a little bit more extreme to sort of sum up how that really feels. So Holly, Phil, take it away. So when it comes to spinning, the best time to do it is actually right at the start, because you are going to make pace back up, as you can see as I'm doing right here. I even get past big old Ben, who decided to have a spin down at Christmas, which is again another disaster for the C team. And basically the main thing for this race is just make sure I don't spin it again.
What the hell was that?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
Like that, for example. And mysteriously, that's where all the footage of that race ends. What can I say about that race? Well, obviously, I spun twice. I finished down 22nd from having started P9. Will also had a spin, but actually only managed to finish in 17th, so only dropped one position. And Ben, despite being punted off at the start, Ben did get himself up into, I think it was P14, so if I hadn't had that second spin, I could have been looking at a pretty decent result. But yeah, I was incredibly bummed out by this, so much so that I sort of gave my last will and testament to camera. As you can see here, I was very depressed. I'm not going to leave the audio on this, because it is basically me just... It's almost as the world has literally ended. It's like I'm Fernando Alonso and I've just lost the 2012 World Championship. It was just not good. Unfortunately, during this, I forgot to film the third race with the rookies. I can confirm to you that Will Rattenby for the C team finished up in P23. James Derrick for the B team was 26th, and James Wright rounded off the troop in P29. So yeah, not the best opening few races for us, and it's now starting to look like automatic qualification into the main championship is starting to look less likely. But we do have Ryan and Adam out next, so things could improve. Let's see.
25th.
Really? Don't fuck it up. But Adam, don't fuck it up.
Oh look, a drone. So let's hope these two took on board those very strong words of advice, because we really need a good result here. And it looks like coming into the first part of the Zulu, it looks like they're basically where they started, maybe dropped a few positions. But as you can see there, Ryan gets a fantastic drive out of the first part of the Zulu and is now directly behind Adam. I should also mention that Jeremy was in this race as well for the A team, but I mean, you know, when you've got someone pulling off double overtakes like this, who makes it look like it's just a Sunday drive, I mean, you're not going to get a look in edgeways. Neither did Adam, unfortunately, in this race. You can see him getting an overtake in there, but I mean, Ryan was the star of the show, so it looks like Ryan might be becoming the new fashion statement of the Swansea University Motorsport Team.
Very nice of Esteban Ocon to come out and race for the BUKC. Not sure what she was representing, but good on him.
Good stuff, Esteban. You can see here it is Bedlam coming into the start of the Zulu. Ryan just lapping Jeremy there, and he's fighting. Oh my god, that is fantastic driving from Ryan. Absolutely fantastic to get a good drive again into the Zulu. Basically, the way this race went, it really calmed the nerves, because Ryan ended up. You can see him here. You can see him fighting number 7. This was for quite far at the front. He actually ended up he finished P8, but ended up P7 thanks to a penalty for Swansea Met. Alan was P14, and Jeremy was, I believe, P21.
Yes! Yes!
Not bad.
8. You might get 7.
At one point it clicked.
Not bad. So humble. So pure. So once again, I forgot to film this race. Jasper had himself a spin, and as I think Scott had possibly quite a few spins as well. You can see Jasper finished P13 and Scott was P27. But I didn't need to film it because I can just let Jasper sum it up.
Carry, yes.
Start again. Right, cracking start, all going great, up the inside into Christmas. Fuck off, you pricks. Up the inside into Christmas, completely dry. Oh, completely dry.
Man.
Got maybe 4 or 5 places up the inside.
Nice.
Just as I was turning in, as David Corfield would say, I was on the edge of a hesion, tapped my back, complete 180.
Oh.
Down to what, last?
You were third from last.
Alright, third from last, close enough.
Let's take that.
It's good fun. It's pretty much just with base hunter the whole way around. Gets you in the mood. We should do that more often.
Were you actually?
No, I didn't think.
I didn't think so.
It was sick.
Anyway, Scott.
Get that camera on my face.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Cool, he could do my job for me. He couldn't. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Anyway, just wanted to give a quick shout out during the break to the dads and families that came down. We had Ryan's parents, we had Adam's dad, and we had Jeremy's dad. And here is just me giving my summary of the morning session.
Right, so it's going a lot better now. Thanks to Ryan, and interestingly, thanks to Jasper as well. They've both pulled through and got some very good results. I say interestingly because just Jasper often doesn't do very well, so we're really pleased that he's come through, and the fact he spun and was 30th by on the first lap, and he finished 13th, which is where he started. That's a very, very good recovery. And the argument is maybe he needs to be binned more, but let's just hope we can not do so shit this time around. Yes, much better than after my race. I think I was just obviously I was very down at that point, but yeah, let's do this.
So once again I forgot to film a race. This time it was Simon's. He finished in 31st, so I think that was the C team's 2 dropped results. And now we're into my race. Now I've got a lot of ground to be making up here, as have the other guys, to be fair. They will need to get a good result. And the first job I've got to do is to pass this man in front of me, Hobson, who you might remember from the rookies video I released earlier in the year. And now we're coming into the first corner. Are we going to get through here scot-free? I am, but those 3 aren't, so that's immediately 3 positions gained, as I'm still stuck behind Hobson as they're coming back onto the track, and it looks like I'm going to have a decent drive on Hobson down through to Christmas. There's a man on my left here, and I do overtake him, but I've just got to say, JV, if you're watching, look away now.
I believe I can fly.
Cones have dreams too, Anyway, so I made up at least 6 positions before Christmas, and I'm going to make up another position here with a lovely cutback on that man in the red. Would have been better if there had been a triple overtake, but we can't have everything, as I make up another place into the boot. And it looks like I'm going to get another move here coming into Zulu. And actually, that's a very good move round the outside of the first part of the Zulu. And we get another easy move on that Bandit. Oh! No, we don't. The Bandit fights back into the final corner. So we've got a bit of a fight on here. As we come back into the boot, it looks like I might have got the job done here, but I know for a fact that it was wet on the inside line, and there he goes again, just cutting straight back on me. Well done to that Bandit. Whoever you are, I probably don't know because you're a bandit, well done, but you weren't quite good enough to hold me back coming into Christmas. So it was a bit of a lull period during this race after that overtake, as I ended up stuck behind the learner driver of Brunel C. You can see there he has one run wide. He got onto the damp part of the end corner, and now I'm getting a lot closer to him coming out of the first corner. Are we going to be able to have a look down into the Christmas? I just dipped my head down to try and get a bit of an advantage, but you can see there a man spun out, and that is Ben. I was right behind Ben, and so Ben has been spun out, and that's yet again a calamity for the C team. Ben, I did you justice. I overtook the man who spun you out, but that is a real blow for the C team's chances. And that was how this race sort of stayed here, with the exception of this man deciding he had enough of driving on the track and just going over to drive on the grass. I was basically stuck behind the learner of Brunel C for the entire time. I'd gain on him coming out of the boot, but then he'd gain on me going into Zulu, and to be honest, the only time I ever had a decent overtaking opportunity was on the very last lap. You can see here he got caught up by traffic, and I'm going to try something down the inside into turn 1 into the final corner, but it was slippy offline, and so throwing a double shack across the line, it was such a better race. And fortunately a penalty got applied to a team in front, and I ended up in P11. Brunel C, I've got a fair play to you, whoever you are, very good racing, had a lot of fun with that. And I can confirm that Will, racing for the A team, was at one point running up in P6 with the fastest lap, but he got a bit scared towards the end of binning it and finished in P9. I was actually quicker than him, just to rub that in. And Ben was in P19 following that spin. So the C team are now looking, as David Coulthard would say, on the edge of adhesion. But yeah, qualifying in general is looking a lot more positive now for both the B team and the A team. Woo indeed. And I'm very glad to say, as a man spinning in the background there, I was able to pick up the camera for the 3 rookies. You see there Mr. James Derrick and Deacon having a big load of oversteer, and this was actually one of the only times that we got all 3 guys racing together. You can see Swansea A leading Swansea B leading Swansea C, and are we going to see an overtake manoeuvre here from James Derrick? Oh, where am I? Yes, there we go. Oh no, James Wright holds the line very nicely indeed, but we can see here all 3 guys are very close to each other. And please, guys, don't take each other out. We need some good results. It's dry now. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. It looks like we have got an overtaking manoeuvre coming out here. Yes, there you go. James Derrick gets the move done on James Wright and Swansea B move up. And I can confirm in the end, James Derrick actually put in a very good result for the B team. He finished up in P19. Unfortunately, Will Rattenbury, he had a slightly less good race than the previous one. He finished down in 25th, and James Wright was down in 29th, or actually no, he was 31st for the 18th, so I think we have the 18th 2 dropped results.
We've got big Ryan Edwards getting ready for his race, and his main objective is to beat Eddie Irvine, but he's dressed up as Esteban Ocon.
So let's hope that Ryan can beat the French/Irish retired/still racing Formula 1 driver, racing for our media rivals Warwick. As we get going here in race 4, has Ryan survived? Go past thing, please. Ryan, where are you? Looks like there's a lot of white helmets. I think he's okay. Adam's okay. That's a good thing. And we're not keeping up with the race. Where is Ryan? Is that him fighting with Eddie Ocon? No, maybe. I can't say. No, that's number 12. There's Ryan. It looks like he's perhaps lost a few places on that opening lap, trying to do something into the hairpin, but nothing's coming off. Or is he going to try something down into Zulu? No, he's not. He's stuck behind this man for the moment. As you see there, the lead is going through. Man, the spinner. The spinner. Please, Ryan, did you get through? Yes, he had. He's not only got through. He looks like he's made up a host of places. No, he hasn't. That was number 12 again, wasn't it? So he's stuck behind Eddie Irvine still. Adam's going. That man's trying to overtake on Adam, but it's not going to happen. Will's in the way as we see Eddie Irvine go through. Ryan's gone through. Adam goes through, and then where's Jeremy? There he is. He's having to go on number 82, and he looks. Very good move there on the slippery inside of the final corner. And I'm really sorry that was the only bit of filming I did for that race. I know that is a blunder on my part. Ryan finished in 11th thanks to a 20-second penalty. Adam benefited from that. He got up to 8th, and Jeremy had a spin and was down in 27th.
Scott, good luck. Very good. Right, yeah, Jasper, good luck.
So as you can probably tell, I did sort of give up on filming at this point. This is sort of the only footage we have of Jasper and Scott going into their final races. Jasper normally wears a GoPro, as do quite a few people. So guys, if you want more footage in these races, you got to depend on these guys to bring their GoPros. Fellas, bring your GoPros. Anyway, as to the race itself, Jasper did manage to get himself a black flag, and he still recovered up to 16th, so he was racing really well today, just unfortunately had incidents. And Scott finished in a very, very good 23rd. But again, don't need me to sign it up.
Do so immediately, and at the same time, racewear, overalls, crash helmets, gloves. We need those returned as well.
A guy fell off in front of me all by himself.
Wouldn't mind just helping us, guys. Save us looking around and searching for things.
Not happy.
If you could kindly get everything returned back to its rightful place.
Jasper, give me a
racewear, leg ballast, and...
At least Scott's happy. So yeah, that is all the racing done. There's nothing more we can do. We've just got to lead it up to the racing gods and hope we got the results necessary. In the meantime, let's just quickly run through again those results for all three teams. For the A team, Will got a 9th and a 17th. Jasper got a 13th and a 16th. Jeremy got 21st and a 27th. And then the two results that won't be classified are James Wright's 29th and 31st. For the B team, Ryan got himself a 7th and an 11th. I got an 11th and a 22nd. James got a classified 19th and an unclassified 26th. And then Scott got an unclassified 27th and a classified 23rd. And finally, for the C team, Adam got a very good 8th and 14th. Ben a 14th and 19th. Will Rattenbury got a 23rd and a 25th. And then the two results that won't count are for Simon. He got a 33rd and a 31st. So yeah, that's it. We now pass over to JV and Willie Chu. We need to be above 27th to qualify. So JV, give us the good news.
So 41 teams. Imperial C. Yeah, that's your university, Will. Imperial single last. Okay, Bristol B finishing 40th. Brunel D finishing 39th. 38th for Oxford C. Oxford B 37th. God blimey, rubbish Oxford. Imperial B 36th. That's two Imperials in the rookies. Sheffield B into the rookies 35th today. 34th for Warwick E. York are in the rookies with finishing 33rd. Brunel C are in the rookies finishing 32nd. Aston C, team 71, 31st today. Now then, this is where it gets tight. Warwick C, you're in the rookies, finishing 30th today, as are Warwick D, finishing 29th. And the team missing out by 3 points from getting into the mains championship. That's team number 30, Southampton B.
We did it! Come on! all three are in.
So into the lane, Swansea C.
Yes!
Preston B. Swansea
Well, we've only gone and bloody done it. I honestly did not expect that to happen. I really thought we'd have at least one team in the rookie. So for all three teams, the very first time we've ever run three teams, for the very first time of asking, we got all three of them into the main championship. Just a fantastic feeling, really. Probably the best day for the Swansea University Motorsport team. I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone that took part, especially Adam's dad as well, for providing us with these fantastic photos. And if you liked what you saw here and you want to see more, make sure to like, subscribe, share, all that jazz. To me, it shows that people do actually like what I'm putting out, and therefore will be tempted to make even more content going into this year. So we look forward to seeing the vast majority of you out Buckmore in January. Although it didn't quite end there.
So Ben's battery's gone flat. Oh Jesus. So Jasper is going to attempt to jump. Oh, so we're going for a reverse jump start.
Fucking retard.
Jasper, do you know what you're doing?
The red on the red, the black on the black. And then now I rev it and you get ready to start it.
Alright, here we go. Hey! Fantastic.